Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast with your host Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda. Accept no substitutes or feature glorious 1v1 from the Master League here on Twin Beaches with a slight version made for the Master League. I think it's mostly just the color palette and some other changes I think are now in the official version. But anyways, in the south we got F3rig fighting for America, freedom, democracy here with the first time invasion. Sent forwards by Pan to break open a way to Rome, no matter the cost. I'll slap you real hard there, F3rig. I don't care what the press will say, I'll slap you real good. Is obviously what Pan would have said. So, we got here, of course, armoured right away with the veteran crews and the fast deployment to a fast GP in the north stands. Caosak fighting for the German army. Deutschland here with the 44th Reichsgrenadier Hoch und Deutschmeister. Tasked with holding this tactically vital isthmus and covering a vital flank element here of the Gothic line. So we got a Dollar Pioneer Grenadier start out here for Caosak. F3rig with the Jeep Scouts and Rifle Squad, they're out. Both sides going at it. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, my own personal company here to keep the Propagandacast running with a generous support on a monthly basis. A big thanks to all those, and of course a big hearty thanks to all those people who keep liking and commenting on videos. Helps out immensely as well, getting out the video to as many people as possible. So, with that, also, yeah, big thanks to May I Be Me for donating and supporting the Propagandacast there. Big thanks to you. And of course, everyone else may consider donating as well. There's a link in the video, or I think I also typically post one in the comments. So, Sandbags in the east, Grenadiers moving southwards there. Up north, Lone Pioneer Squad here for Caosak. MG42 moving forwards here. Meanwhile, up north, there we got F3rig's Rifle and Jeep. They're hard at work, seizing terrain there, kicking up dirt roads and what not. So that is a rapid advance there for F3rig in the south here. Caosak still advancing there. Southern fuel point seized with the Scouts. Looks like they're going to try and hit that fuel point here. Caosak's almost done with it. Sandbags prepared to defend it against any American advance. We got the machine gun a bit isolated here in the center from Caosak. Could be flanking from the north if he's not careful. And first shots fired in the south here. Pioneers behind the Scouts. Pioneers there. Going for the fuel pump. Could also cut off the retreat path out of the Scout Squad. Machine sitting up here. Up north, Pioneers spotting the Yankees, I believe. And we got another MG42 for Caosak. So fairly infantry-like opening, but obviously focusing more on just raw machine and give out firepower to withstand the American advance here. Jeep rushing southwards here. F3rig responding, of course, to this German contact in the south here with speed, alacrity, and American determination. Jeep rushing straight at the Grenadiers, catching the back there. Otter there falls first. Ripped apart with 30 cal fire there as the Jeep fearlessly charges in here. Caosak responds to this by popping the machine to a nearby building here. Grenadiers being pursued aggressively. Second MG42 team arriving. Southern nation being seized here. Of course, F3rig here leveraging the sheer mobility and firepower of the Jeep to quickly gain local advantage here versus Caosak. They're well played here by F3rig. Thumbs up, of course. Now the Rifle Squad for F3rig. Up north there, Pioneers almost got the point here. But the beaches are definitely where most of the fighting is happening here. Not because the Americans are landing there, but because they're advancing through it. And there you go, Rifle Squad caught the MG42 here. Second MG42 coming in here. May try and cover his fuel pump because there's a chance here F3rig will try and go for it. In which case, the MG42, if they can, keep it as long as enough in its sights, can actually be one of those half-decent counters to the Jeep. Yep, there we go. Machine up here close to the base of the lighthouse. Here we got flares off as F3rig is actually pretty rapid research the utility package. And there you go. Machine gun ripping through here the Jeep. Bullets going through the radiator and whatnot. Rifle Squad pushing north. So we got early mines from Caosak. Then interesting spot there to mine as well here from him. Thumbs up to that. Crowd on there's about to hit in the south. The final continues machine gun pointing to the lighthouse here. About to shine a different kind of light upon those Americans. Yeah, I will help you find your way to hell. They can't hear you up here, Jorgen. You have to shout, and even then that'd be a bit pointless. Luftwaffe company up here, though, for Caosak and the 44th Reichsgrenadier Hoch und Deutschmeister, an elite division that actually was rebuilt in Italy after it got destroyed in Stalingrad. Fun fact.
Here we come, Jerry. You men, get ready.
Pioneers there. We got a fast 2-1 for Caosak and in from nearby 15th Panzergrenadier shown to support the 44th Reichsgrenadier. Division. MG42 catching Rifle Squad quickly pressing there with a well series of rounds. Here we got the Jeep flanking in here, trying to put a pressure on the machine gun, maybe try and draw fire away from the rifleman. But Caosak's machine crew there, of course, is not so easily dissuaded from shooting at exposed Americans. Yeah, you think you can make us shoot at non-exposed targets. Yeah, you'll sink again, you verdammte Amerikaner. But there you go, of course, F3rig exploring, of course, the nature of the map to go for the carve point. Makes it much harder, of course, for Caosak just, effectuate a defensive stall-out strategy. Of course, the 2-1 is there to help, push back against that. Over to Caosak, who has gone for Mechanized. We've got the lighter Panzerspähwagen engaging the Rav Squad. We've got Jägers on the way here, some more hardened infantry from the 44th Reichsgrenadier Division. 2-1 here pursuing the rifle. We've got other Rav Squad push back here. Good counterattack here from Caosak. MG4 pushing 40s, trying to catch their Jeep ended. Scouts moving in there. Cat on the flank here, of course, telling us that F3rig has gone for the info support center. No big surprise. And there go Jägers out for Caosak here. Up north there we got the Punnies pushing for the northern point. We'll of course have to equip them. It will be the reconnaissance package or the Panzerschreck, die Raketen Panzerbüchse. Flanking up behind the rifle squad here. Engaging aggressively here with the machine gun mounted on top. The south here, Captain standing on watch. They're waiting for something to order around. And there you go. Surprise for F3rig. It is a fast Greyhound here. We got smoke deployed courtesy of the smoke canisters there. Jurgen there tosses him up, takes another hit here from the 2-1. Gonna be a bit tough here. Veterans one, of course, immediately available for F3rig. But definitely looking to throw here Caosak a bit off there by not pushing for the fast bars or BARs, then instead going for the rapid Greyhound there. So a cheeky play here by F3rig. Also, of course, a possibility here with the armored battle group, since you can get out faster thanks to the production speed ability there, and of course, immediately Veterans one. So, while most players do prefer just fast bars, I mean, fast Greyhound works just as well in some respects. But again, just going for fast rifles with bars is just really, really, really good. In the south here, Jeep's making a push forward to the Intimidator 2 there, ripping through the Jeep there. Meanwhile, up here in the center of the machine gun there, it's holding the line. It's buying time for German reinforcement to grow up here to counter the Jeep. 2-1, they're being repaired. He's going for the Panzerbüchse 41. 2 thumbs up to even cancel the Panzerschreck. My goodness, now that is a fascinating choice here by Caosak, and definitely one I am fully behind here. Upgrading the armored car there with the 2.8cm anti-tank gun, or heavy anti-tank rather, depending on who you're asking. Was a bit of a workshop modification of the armored car, one of many the Germans would operate with on the front line. Anti-tank guns in the armored cars, anti-tank guns and half-tracks, stuff like that, for example, was fairly common. In particular, as the war went on, these kind of workshop modifications became more and more common, so little fun fact there. Almost got the 2-1 here with the Greyhound, but the Greyhound almost got knocked out by the 2-1 as well here, so quite the intense engagement. Quickly withdrawing here the 2-1-2.8, as these things, by the way, never really had like any official designation, so you're sort of going with a more improvised one. In the south, the Jeep gang points defending here, Caosak's on the flank. Jägers there, low on health. Could of course do with more infantry. He's only got one Jäger squad and one Grenadier squad. Up north, Rav squad, they're pushing back the Pioneers. And there you go, more Jägers for Caosak. Wunderbar. So a lot of back and forth here so far. Catling forwards, Pioneer spotted, routed, mortars being brought in as an excellent way to pressure Caosak support weapons and any other future ones you might get. Thumbs up there, and can also provide the smoke screen. So a lot of utility in such a simple mortar there from F3rig here. And the 1st Armored Division, 2nd Rifle Company. Taking Jäger sword arms on here though for Caosak. There you go. Worth noting though, neither Jäger squad has yet to be upgraded. No G43s, no Panzerschrecks. Both obviously I'd say have their merit. Far south here, Jeep as the Pioneers. Jeep actually ends up losing out here a bit. Back at F3rig's base, we're not seeing much else here. Germans are being pushed off the hill. A good use of smoke and infantry assaults here forces Caosak to abandon the hill and his fuel point. Up north, Jägers push back Rav squad with the Gewehr 43, and we got an Achtrad out here to support Caosak further here with an even heavier armored car there. Machine getting hammered here by mortar fire. We got the Rav squad here being caught by the MG42. Got the 2-1 there almost fixed up. Further south, the Jägers catching a Scout squad, forcing that one back. We got the Greyhound on the move here, Veterans one, but of course, close to 82 here, engaging the Jäger command squad there, and Caosak continues. Oh, he's actually gone for Panzerschreck now. on the other squad. Also appears like he hasn't gone for any healing whatsoever so far, yeah, which is a bit surprising. You definitely think wants some healing for some of these Jaegers. They are fairly low on health in several cases. Actually does go for the healing now, just as I point that out. Oh, though, to F3rig again. Like, going to push here for the Scot as soon as possible. It could surprise us. 2-1, he has the Greyhound. Who will win? Who will get the other one? And the 2-1 scores the kill on the Greyhound, knocking it out there with its 2.8cm anti-tank gun. Beautiful. Up north, a machine gun being assailed. We got BIRs up now for F3rig. Significantly boosting the firepower of his infantry and allowing him to bring much more pain to bear here against Caosak. And he's using the drawaway fire from the Rav squad to allow them to focus down the MD42 more. He's also, of course, got the upgrades, can start recruiting men with additional BARs for cheap. Though, interesting enough, he's not doing so yet. Second machine coming up the center in the south here. Caosak rapidly advances the Grenadiers and the Artillerists here, seizing the southern points of the beach here, away from F3rig and the Americans. The first armoured division here is starting to flounder here in the face of a spirited counterattack by the 44th Reichsgrenadier, backed up by elements of the 15th. Strong going here from Caosak so far, and F3rig will definitely need to get, I think, a bit more aggressive, but also perhaps a bit inventive here versus Caosak. No Scott yet, of course, with the staff out here that Caosak has, going for one might actually be risky. He could, of course, here try and go for the Chaffee. Of course, he may want to go for War Machine to support that then, since he could get that at a manpower discount. You could also get him cut. Yes, there we go. There we go. Thumbs up here to F3rig, mortifying the Artillerists, doing a bit of damage here. Fight for the northern point continues. Jaegers with Scope G for defeat, counter-attacking up your northern fuel point here. 44th orders the men there with orders to clear out any Americans on that hill. Meanwhile, improvised patrol here in the center. Spotting some engineers, Jeep rushing northwards here. Jaegers, though, continue to fight out here. Worth noting with the Scope G for defeat, they actually perform fairly against units in heavy cover. So this kind of engagement actually now favors the Jaegers, as long as they stay in heavy cover and the Rifle do as well. And don't try to charge in. There you go. Forceway, the Arctic, of course, serving as another element that further cements the engagement up north here on the hill in favor of Caosak and Safarsan. But now we got the chaff here. Armored surprise here for the Arctic, doing immense amount of damage here with it. And we got the flanking speed less well there. But no, he doesn't go because he's afraid of the 2-1. He's afraid. My God. Carl, we gotta get out of here. It's a 2-1 with a 2.8cm anti-tank gun. What? That's like smaller than ours. Yeah, but you know, we're in a light tank. We're not exactly in a Sherman. Oh, right. Meanwhile, Caosak committing to another Artillerists here. Interesting choice here versus the Chaffies. Then again, with the current autocannon back, if you got multiple of them, they're going to take on Chaffs. Of course, if F3rig were to push for more Chaffies in return, that would, of course, slightly not work out there for Caosak. And he's not too far from one. I mean, again, War Machine really makes that Chaffee there much cheaper in terms of manpower. He gets a bit more finger like going here. Anti-tank grenade here on the Arctic, but not enough to halt it.
A victory point is under attack.
2-1 there, close to FC2 here. Continue to do excellent work there for the German army. Smokes from the deployed, perhaps planning assault here. In the south, though, finding around the car point here. Arctic, supported by Panzergrenadier Jaegers there, putting a bit of problem here into F3rig's south side. But F3rig is not easily dissuaded here. As soon as he sort of screams off the Jaegers, he's going to think of trying to end that Chaffee as the Arctic. Almost got it here. Almost got the Rav squad there. Look, can't easily push forward here. Grenades off from the Jaegers. Will Caosak spot in the time? Yes, he does get out of there. But men nonetheless drop down quite hard. The center remains firmly entrenched here. Alongside a bit of north here. Caosak continues to exert strong macro control here versus F3rig. In part again due to the countless light vehicles, including that 2-1 with the 2.8cm gun. In fact, he's going to try and go for the Chaffee with it. Bow move there, great shot with the Chaffee. Returns to the field, they causes immense amount of damage here to the armored car in the south. Jeep there, slowly pushed back the Jaegers, got the Arctic up here. Rav squad sprinting in here. He actually went for sprint here, and he hasn't upgraded maybe his rifle so far with a dish. Oh, we got a mine! We got a mine! Damaging the engine! This is it, I think, what F3rig was looking for here. Good opportunity to take out the Arctic here. We can see it, Caosak sensing, of course, an opportunity here also is rushing in his 2-1. But if F3rig there spots what is going on, he can actually take out the 2-1 first and then take out the Arctic. But no, the situation goes sideways here for F3rig, and a golden opportunity slips through his hands there like an incredibly slippery fish. So, good bit of luck here for Caosak. Definitely a bit unfortunate for F3rig. No sign of additional Chaffies here though. 2-1 being repaired. Caosak, of course, knowing who takes home the bread here in these vehicle engagements. It's not those armoured, it's the 221. Of course, later in the war, with the successor to the armoured, the 234 armoured cars, they will actually make versions of those equipped with Pack 40s on them. Fun fact. Graham Southern Point here. Yeah, they were fairly late about mounting larger anti-tank guns. A lot of their lighter vehicles, like the armoured and the 251s and 250 Harpers, and very late into the war. Machine gun sending up here. The Ralph Scott pushing forward to get the armoured moving up as well. He catching the Ralph Scott here. Armoured pulling forwards here. Flanking the M19 tank, they definitely get a bit ugly here for F3rig and the Americans. There you go, grenade off here. Caosak pushing close. Smoke on the machine gun, very good. Other armoured moving in because they'll go down. And there you go. We got the Chaffee moving up here. Shoots, misses. Anti-tank crew, they're being pulverized, but it's going in with the Chaffee again. We got flanking speed, but only right into German anti-tank rifle. We got Jaegers, Grenadiers counterattacking. The situation for F3rig is getting very uncomfortable very fast here. Good shot there in the 2-1, which is now 82. Machine gun wiped out here. Could get off an anti-tank grenade. Here's Caosak is once more misjudging the distance between his armored car and the rifleman. Perhaps he needs one of those, warnings next to the screen. Objects may appear closer than they actually are, or further away on the game screen than they actually are. But there's things in the rear view mirrors. Anyways, Glenn rifle called. He doesn't get his hands on the machine gun there. Very good there, though, for Caosak. That F3rig was not able to run up with the MU-42. That would been a great haul there for F3rig. Over to Caosak. They just got so caught up in the action there. Meanwhile, back in Caosak space, we got the Panzer Company. Like to go for Panther 4, the could surpass with the Sturmpanzer. Does go for the Panther 4. And of course, some Starstorm would be an extra nice addition. Far south here, 2-1 going for that Jeep. Cap being pushed off the beaches as Caosak launches another assault here. With Jaegers and armoured cars there. F3rig there. Not really committing to any more light vehicles and additional chassis. Perhaps he's not feeling confident committing to such a light vehicle engagement, but there you go. Jaegers being pummeled here. Armoured, they're falling back here as the Jaegers now forced to withdraw. Anti-tank support here, and we can see he's withdrawing there. Well, perhaps he's just pursuing the Jeep here, hard to say, but yeah, Jeep finally went down there to the 2.8 into the gun there. Up north here, Americans being pushed back here by another spirit attack here by Caosak. And now we got the Panther already here to support. Caosak, we even got mechanized assault. Spicy. Thumbs up to that. Bit overlooked, but very good ability. So what is F3rig's next plan? He's actually now going for another Chaffee. Feels a bit late. But that is that. There's 2 Chaffies and 1 anti-tank gun now to counter countless German armoured cars and 1 Panzer 4. Things are heating up, dear viewers. Of course, 2 Chaffies, well handled, can actually take on a Panther 4. It does require you don't try and slug it out. You're looking to flank and outmaneuver to circle around it so the Panther 4 can't easily keep pace with the Chaffies, and the Chaffies can leverage the speed. So there's going to be a bit of a challenge here, I think, for F3rig to pull off. We've got Mortar up north here, trying to push back the German positions. Chaffies there going forwards, driving in with the center front of the guns here, going for that armoured here. Good push here. Definitely caught Caosak a bit unprepared. Of course, Caosak himself is now launching a counterattack up through the south here, swinging through the beaches, up behind F3rig's front line here, forcing F3rig now to withdraw forces from the northern push to now meet the assault in the south. Mines, got set off there by the looks of it. Not great, could hit that mine off here. 2-1, they're getting good hit on the Chaffee. It's a massive F3rig. Caosak is driving in hard here. We got the Chaffies firing at the Panther 4. A few shots go through, others do not. He's diving to the base here. Caosak is fearless. He's triumphant, but it's 2-1. It's in flames. It is a blazing, smouldering ruin. There you go. Chaffies doing more damage to the Panther 4s. They get shots for the side armor here. Caosak, I think, really wants that thing. And now we got the armoured up behind it and sing up here. This could prove to be a big blunder here by Caosak. We could see an armoured go knocked out here as well. Smoke deployed, but it's not going to help. Not against the Chaffies. Not against speed. And we got a grenade in the MU-42 here. Almost got the armoured. We got the Jaegers moving up here. It is hectic. It is chaotic. We got the Jaegers flying away. This Panther trick misses because the suppressed machine gun wiped out. Panther 4 pushes in. Holy smokes. This assault by Caosak, and how F3rig is dancing around it. Good Lord. We heard about Dancing with the Stars. Well, now here we got Dancing with the Panzers. Phew. Caosak finally breaking off his push there. He's leaving behind machine gun in the wake, and the wreckage of 2-1. But none of the Chaffies got knocked out. Now F3rig has a third Chaffee. Back to F3rig here. Who is now going for search and destroy. Perhaps he's playing the Scott. But that said, a lot of Chaffies with seek and destroy is really good too. Make no mistake, that is really good. North here, Ralph Scott pushing for that victory point by the hill. Going for that MD4 to the captain. Chaffee striking in here. Do we have any Starstorm similar thing here from Caosak? No, we got another Panther 4 here. As more armoured support is being brought in here for the beleaguered 44th Reichsgrenadier Division. He has the first armoured division is committing as much of his light armour as it can. He has of its cavalry. Chaff is being fixed up there. Mechanized assault getting a boost in the troops around the tank and also allowing the tank to slightly repair itself here. Brown Squad in trouble here though. Chaffies could perhaps get a bit ballsy here. Brown Squad tank from the north here, flanking up behind here. Caosak's push. More to find the aiming for two. Brown Squad's about to get wiped. Now we've got the Chaffies diving in though. They're going for it here. They're going for it. Oh, are they? No, yes they are. They are. Chaffies, they're getting off a shot there. And we got another Panther out here though for Caosak. Supported by the Arctic here. Brown Squad being called out here. Third Chaffee now being committed as well here. The fighting remains hectic, fierce, and intense. So what will F3rig do next? He's going to go for another anti-tank, and after that one got destroyed there, of course, by the Germans. Panther Force versus the Chaffies. Grenadiers are suppressing the carve point by the now American MG42. Panther Force blasting the Captain Chaff, sneaking some more shots there. More good shots here on the Panzer Force, pushing them back. Victory points wise, it's actually pretty close with 320 versus 330. As for Caosak, not much going on in his bases at the moment. F3rig's anti-tank is almost done. His Chaffee's there getting somewhere. And in fact, he's almost got an ace Chaffee tank here. That's going to be a hell of a headache. And then some here for F3rig. I mean, God Archers, these light American Panzers, they do pack a punch, don't they? Yeah! Not very light now, are they? There you go, he's starting in with the Chaff, he's going in! Almost going to the Panther Force here, almost got it, other Chaff holding back here, losing the Chaffee though to a Panther Strike. Didn't get it dealt with enough here, the machine gun wasn't keeping pace, but we've got the anti-tank out there. So one Chaffee with nothing really to show for it there. Down is not great for F3rig, Jaegers though push back. Could maybe make another push here with the Chaffies. If, of course, he has the courage, but we'll have to see. He could, of course, also try and flank in, then try and catch Caosak off guard. We got Mechanized Assault again. South here, we got the Captain vs. the Jaegers. I do think they probably need to, like, slow down the repair speed on that. Does feel a bit too effective that way. Or maybe, I don't know, increase the movement speed of the vehicles as well. Anyways, Route Squad is the Jaegers. By the southern victory point here. Not great for the Jaegers there being forced back, and now we got Caosak making another push down the main room, but this time the anti-tank is ready, the Chaffies are ready, F3rig and America is ready. Outcasts are pushing right past everything else. He needs to focus down with the Chaffies, I think. Anti-tank's there, the points being pushed back. Anti-tank on fire here, almost got one. The Outcasts, can he finally take it out? He can. F3rig get vengeance. No, once more Caosak is able to die away. We've got the other Chaffee moving up here. Grenades off there, damaging in the Panther 4 there. Betty 2. Veterans 1. Pioneers being ripped apart again before 2-5. Anti-tank being crew, but they're going to get ripped apart again here by the Outcast. And an engineer squad bites the dust. We've got the grenades off here. Almost got the Panther 4. There you go. Panther 4 down. Huge blow there to Caosak. And the fighting continues here across the main road there. More rifle pushing straight forward. It's going to try and recruit that anti-tank again while under intense and unrelenting fire. You wanted to crew, what? And there you go. He does it. Gets the Panther 4, and suddenly Caosak is in for a world of hurt. All his Panthers are down. He's down to just one Outcast here, but he does get one of the Chaffies, but there's an ace Chaffee now against him. Another Outcast goes up in flames. The fighting is brutal, and there you go, the final Outcast is down. An absolutely cataclysmic battle, the likes of which you'd never get in Coh3. F3rig pulled through there, despite all the mechanized assault, despite the tanks, with good old American ingenuity and disregard for casualties, he succeeded. Fresh road troops here though for Caosak, another Panther fight. I would like to see some Starstorm though, personally, going for the southern victory point here. And F3rig at this point can actually start going for Sherman EC8s. You got Northie mortifying there, MD-42, we got airburst shells there. Thumbs up. Fun fact, I don't actually know if the Americans had airburst shells on their mortars, but I know the Germans did. And they actually did it for a slightly neat trick, where they'd actually had, like, at the tip of the mortar bombs, a slight smoke pillar that caused the bomb to bounce up before bursting. Fun fact. They seem to discontinue halfway throughout the war. Anyways, Jaegers, Pioneers pushing in. We got Mechanized here now, fully open there, more or less, almost for Caosak. Just a question between the Starstorm Assault Package or the Vesper. You can soon start pulling for Panthers. Jaegers here versus the Captain of the Raft Court there. Panchak's going off. Grabbing Northern points here back. We got 313 versus 14 versus 259 here. Caosak closing on that Panther. That Panzerkampfwagen 5. More fire here though on the Panther 4. And we got Raft Court here dealing with those Jaegers and the Rifle. Of course, also having to get in his machine gun again, unless he lost it to the... No, it's basically it's up there. And there you go. Now Caosak getting punched with bunch of men out in the open, in the middle of the parking space there, and he's forced away there by a furious counterattack here by F3rig and the first armoured. Does go for the Starstorm Assault Package, but I'm guessing he doesn't really care. I mean, honestly, in a 1v1, none of these are particularly good, and they probably need to like look into these at one point or the other. It's probably just not a priority because... Well, the Wehrmacht already has a lot of good stuff. In this battle group, so, you know, it's not like the battle group is mysteriously bad because these two are not exactly exciting picks. Panther soon here, though, still actually some Starstorm up for Caosak, part just to get up more infantry, but also Starstorm are good and they're cool. As for F3rig, I imagine the game plan this stage, of course, is going to be here a Sherman EC8. But Caosak and the 44th Reichsgarnison is regrouping and preparing for another counterattack here. Scouts there spotted. Nice use of them here to sort of spot out ahead. And actually spotting for the mortars. Thumbs up to F3rig there. Nice use there. Very nice use. And there you go. Caosak is summoning some Panther from the 16th Panzer Division, well, technically the Army Corps, as when the 16th Panzer, not 16th, but the 26th Panzer Division arrived with a Panther Battalion, the Corps commander actually removed the Panthers from the division and actually make them into a Corps Reserve. Fun fact. So because he probably figured they weren't going to get a lot more Panthers down in Italy. In fact, a lot of the time in Italy they had to make do with a mix of Italian tanks and assault guns a good part of the time. There you go, Panther running forwards here. Now F3rig is the one more control the map here compared to Caosak. His Panthers moving forwards, Panther 4 supporting, Infantry's being caught up in the machine gun here. And there you go, nice flank. Good use of the beach property to sneak around here. Caosak's flying spots, go for the machine here. Really well played there up north. Of course, you have flank up through the hill here. Catching Caosak in a bit of a twist here in the center. Machine being pushed back. And now we got to strike here, further pressuring Caosak's position. Forcing him to withdraw here. Or risk losing his tanks and his infantry here to the Americans. And there we go. We got F3rig here with the Sherman EC8. Brad Pitt has finally arrived. Woohoo! Mr. Brad Pitt, can I get your autograph? No. Oh. Back here, not much going on for Caosak. Chaffee, of course, East level is being repaired there. Panther falling a bit back there as well. The early Model D Panther. Good shot from 18 through the Panther Force frontal armor. Panther shoots, gets off some light damage from one of the rifle squads. We got the Sherman E6 force back up the intersection here. F3rig sensing weakness in Caosak. Goes forwards for freedom and democracy. Good shot on the Panther Force, but looks up, but there you go. Panther Trek starts forcing him to withdraw a bit here. The Raketen Panzerbuchse is not to be taken lightly. Up north here, a bit of light skirmishing between Caosak and F3rig. Still not enough Starstoppen. How depressing. Meanwhile here, Caosak looks like going to try and find a flank around F3rig, around being one being flanked by F3rig. Flares off here. Sherman EC8 slightly withdrawing here. Chaffee is good to go here for F3rig once more, the 1st Armoured Division. Jaegers counter-attacking, makes straight through the main road here, backed up the infantry there. Caosak is bold and apparently clearly doesn't care about his flanks. Jaegers almost taken out here. But Oberleutnant, what about the flanks? Americans, they don't know how to flank. They've already done it 5 times since this battle already. Ah, Savage just flukes, you know, accidents. The American does not have the tactical faculties for flanking. I'm starting to see how you got made Oberleutnant. Why, thank you. Over here to F3rig.
We must pull this back. We're down to 300 points.
Need a 50 cal there. At least I'd certainly recommend going for 50 cal. Then again, if you're setting up for Seek and Destroy, that makes sense too. He's probably going to go for more EC8s. Which, in particular, seeing his opponent's got Panthers, does make a fair amount of sense. Jaegers here being support machines they push here. Close to the buildings here in the south. Part of the beach town. Well, that's not really south part. This is the beach town. And which making hammered here, we got the Rifle Squad flank up again. Note the way here that F3rig used the terrain to move around here and attack Caosak from several points here. Kind of one of the neat ways here that the map works is the way to say creates a sort of arena there where there's still like these small flank paths around there if you're sort of clever about it. But there you go. F3rig in the first time they're pushing through a nice combat group there. Brad Pitt is supported by countless infantry squads there, clearing out the tiny of German troops. 44th Reichsgrenadier short supported by now countless other elements here. Is buckling over there, goes sensing opportunity, pushing in with the Panther going for the EC8 here. Could get hit with the white phosphorus round who could pop H-Rap rounds. Chaffley engaging. Grenades off here. Caosak goes in his Panther. No H-Rap rounds though from the EC8. I feel like that's a bit of a slip here though. By F3rig, but there's a good chance here. The Panther's going to get toasted. We got another Panther moving in though. Panther 4 moving in here. Yeah, I think him not going for the H-Rap rounds here means the Panther may actually survive this. Quite the slip there by F3rig. Meanwhile, Caosak is popping his Veterans 1 ability on the Panther 4, increasing the rate of fire there. There you go, sneak up the EC8 for white phosphorus round there. F3rig trying to salvage the situation here. We got more grenades on the Panther 4. It's almost got the chaff sneaking in there, taking a hit from the Panther. Panther though still lives again. Mechanized assault. Just enough to keep it alive here. I imagine the frustration here for F3rig is palpable. And now we got infantry wave here following up here. The Panther may just survive here. Panther 4 doing immense amounts of damage here to F3rig's infantry. If he just popped 8-rat rounds, it increases both the damage and the penetration against tanks. And Rob's got wiped there. Huge blow here to F3rig. Great engagement then for Caosak. Then absolute brutal slug out here. Now pushing forward to the Panthers. We got the EC falling back. We got more anti-tank into F3rig. Timing though is a bit strange because he's so close to another EC8 here. So I don't know why he would go for like an anti-tank gun here when he could just go for more EC8s. Lots of mines exploding. Good mine work actually mining a bit here with F3rig. We got somebody called in here on this Panther 4. I think just trying to... Panther will push from back. Fixing up the Sherman EC8 here with the assault engineers. So rough spot here for F3rig once more again. The anti-tank gun feels a bit like he's just sort of, shall I say, panicking a bit. He also, interesting enough, did not make use of Seek and Destroy during that engagement either. Again, feels like F3rig sort of slightly missed them to make good use of abilities. Meanwhile, again, Caosak in comparison is like fairly consistently making use of his abilities. Obviously, Mechanized assault, but also saw there, you know, the concentrated fire, rapid fire, whatever it's called there on the Panther 4. He also made use of that one to good effect. It's probably like, you know, one of the major differences, I think, here in part because this part also I think Caosak would be more aggressive than F3rig at times. It's just the way Caosak has been leveraging his battle group abilities. And it's not because, you know, Armour doesn't have, like, powerful abilities either. It does. Again, Seek and Destroy is very good. I'm a bit surprised here that just F3rig isn't making use of it at all versus Caosak. Machine gun there going at it. Ace level here. Panther engaging. Sherman setting out again. Chaffee there in need of repairs. Panther's causing havoc here. Caosak is just controlling the center of the map here so well here now with his Panther and Panther 4. Grenadiers there with the BARs and still no Star Storm for Caosak from Caosak. He's hitting for spot here though. Jaegers on the flank here opening up there, slamming through the side armor of the Sherman EC8 Panzers. 5 and 4 there, moving straight down the center, pushing back the machine and gewehr.
Territory lost. Our barracks are under attack.
44th Reichsgrenadier now seems to be a bit more in control of the situation. Just add some stuff sorted. What will be next here for F3rig? Besides apparently another anti-tank gun. He's expended quite a bit of manpower and tanks are going to be going towards, like, you know, another Sherman EC8. I don't think That isn't necessarily the most optimal choice here, though, for F3rig under current circumstances. But again, that's just me. Particularly when he has an ability like Seek and Destroy, I think you should try and prioritize and get as much armor going so you can like make a really good, strong push. Because say you got 2 EC8s and a Chaffee with Seek and Destroy, and then maybe like popping the H-Rep rounds, you can do a lot of damage very fast. And meanwhile, Caosak has pulled for a 3rd Panther. Definitely makes sense here. That's going to make it very tough here now for F3rig to leverage his armor very efficiently, in particular because now he's got like 2 anti-tank guns. So that definitely feels like a bit of a slip here by F3rig here. Jaeger's hiding out here, nicely ambushed, ready to blast the American Panthers into smithereens. Oh, machine caught up on the hill here, pushed back. 190 versus 192, they're still close in terms of victory points. And now we got Caosak here pushing forwards. There we go, using the Jaegers to push smoke. In the south here, mine gets off there under the East, but there you go. 1 Panther hits the mine, the 2nd Panther's moving forward. Got the Chaffee here now panicking at the side of 2 Panthers. There's 2 what? Get us out of here, Bob. We're not going to make it out alive otherwise. Panther 4 and Panther 5 there, pushing down the center, going for these. We've got 2 tanks to find 1, got cleared out again, making good use of ability again. With that ability in the Panther 4 here, it's actually over to Caosak. I forgot again. Again, the focused fire. Again, great stuff on the Panther 4 here. And we got the other Panthers diving into the base here. F3rig is looking like he's in a very, very bad place. Infantry's getting mauled here by the Panthers now inside the base as well here. It is an absolute massacre as machine guns and main guns making short work there of the infantry. Machine crews there being ripped apart here. Medic station about to get knocked out here. EC trying to sneak a few more hits on the Panthers. Panther 4 taking a lot of damage, but it's also the ace level here. 46 kills. Again, focused fire is such a great ability. And it's such an underrated ability too. Like, I see so many players like, go for Panther 4s and they just never use this. But focused fire is just amazing. At this point, it does look like it's going away for F3rig. Like, he's getting blasted by countless tanks inside of his own base. And the Panther 4 is just decimating his infantry. There we go. Game over. A victory here for Caosak. A loss of F3rig there. A brutal back and forth fight here that I think to also extent highlights just, why I think this map 2 is, fairly good. I may admit I was not initially keen on this map until I actually saw this match. But yeah, really good handling the way they fought around the center. Good maneuvering of, from both sides. But then, though, Caosak just had more of that aggressive drive. And he made better use of his abilities. But also, crucially, F3rig at times, you had these opportunities and he just never took them. There's these moments there's just a bit of dithering there. And I also think going for those double anti-tankers there was a big mistake. But also, not using Seek and Destroy and not using the Zeke rounds. I think those were some elements that meant some engagements just went in Caosak's favor because he, on the other hand, made use of his abilities. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it gives you some matches. If it did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Tell your friends, tell your family, but not your enemies. This is Imperial Machine. Cheers and see you all tomorrow for a nice, exciting, and riveting episode. Bye, everyone.